Now playing against Emma Handy. We've got Mardu Aristocrats on one side, and we've got a bit of a Jeskai mid-range deck on the other.
So for all you people who have been clamoring for the Mardu deck, the Mardu Aristocrats deck, here we go. I mean, this is a dedicated sacrifice my stuff for value, a bunch of new cards in it. This is the deck you've been waiting for.
Bloodstained Mire is where Emma is going to start. And as you mentioned, this is exactly what you've been looking for. We got Antuco Husk, we got Butcher of the Horde. Those are all 4-0s. Liliana, Heretical Healer, Bone Splinters as 4. This is Aristocrats through and through. If this is the thing that you can do, we're going to find out right now, as there is a copy of Blood-Soaked Champion. Polluted Delta here from Hefner. Now, he is Jeskai mid-range. He is not Jeskai Black.
So far, Grandmaster, Jace, Dragonmaster, Outcast, Mantis Rider, a lot more removal in this deck, along with 2 main deck copies of Clash of Wills, 2 main deck copies of Disdainful Stroke, and Hostilities in the main, a Gideon's Reproach, and Anticipate. This is a much more controlling build of the deck.
Nomad Outpost is land number 2 for Handy. She will pass the turn back over to Hefner. Now, the card that she played on turn number 1 and attacked with on turn number 2, Bloodsoaked Champion, that's a heck of an aggressive threat. I'm surprised it's not seeing more play at this point.
This is one of the cards I think we're going to see a lot more of. The format is much more conducive towards multicolor decks playing with 1-drops because of the way the mana looks right now. No copies of Sylvan Carry added, no copies of Courser Crewfix. Very good news for Bloodsoaked Champion.
Don't know what the best base is for this sort of card, but you know, we started to see a little bit of a return of maybe 1-drops on turn 1 because of what the mana can have, what the mana allows you to do. So I think that's part of the reason we've seen this uptick in more into the first tree, for example.
Yes.
A Plains here from Hefner to go along with his Smoldering Marsh. Now he's got a copy of Soulfire Grandmaster. Handy with a Bone Splinters in hand. Mountain was the draw.
Bloodsoaked Champion plus Bone Slitters, BTW, the combo.
Yep.
It's a combo nation of cards that work well together, a combo.
Is that a combination or a combo nation?
It's a combo nation or a combination or combo if you are into the whole brevity thing.
I'm just saying.
So you get it back, and then that's, you know.
If you're looking to start a brand, I know you're a big James Harden guy, the king of branding, Combo Nation.
Combo Nation.
That could be you. I see shirts, I see sleeves, I see it all.
A shirt with, you know, a Plains and a Savannah lion on it. Or
Welcome to Combo Nation.
Yeah, you see what's going on here. And I cast this with that. And that just scratching the surface.
Nantuko Husk here for Handy. There's a very nice looking island here from Jessy.
Black Lotus and Ball Lightning.
Yeah. Welcome to Combo Nation.
That's on the first turn you can do that.
Yep. That's just easy.
That's easy. That's turn 1.
Just when you're rich, don't forget about me.
I won't.
Thank you. Jace Vryn's Prodigy here for Hefner. And now a Fire Impulse is going to go after the Bloodsoaked Champion. Sacrifice that to Husk, make it a 4-4. Pass that turn back. Nomad Outpost the draw. We know that there is a copy of Butcher the Horde also in hand here.
Yeah, a lot of good lines here for Handy this turn. Has the opportunity to just play Butcher. I believe she has a land that comes into play untapped here. Also has the chance here to attack, raid the Bloodsoaked Champion, cast Bone Splitters on either of the creature here. With Jessy having Fiery Impulse already in the graveyard, feels like a priority to get Jace off the table because 1-mana removal spells are good against Handy's deck, and he's on the path to be able to flash that back pretty soon.
Welcome back, Bloodsoaked Champion. It's good to see you again.
It's like it didn't even die.
It's very true.
Back.
Now pass that turn back. Hefner will draw. Does have a copy of Scatter to the Winds in hand. Haven't seen a lot of that card this weekend. Dig Through Time as well. Shivan Reef in hand. That could be land number 4 and blue source number 2. For now, it's going to be an activation of Jace.
That is time of the round. Active player finishes his or her tripling at 5 additional turns. If you need any assistance with this, please raise your hand and call a charge.
The discard, we will find out soon enough here from Hefner. Looks like it will be Scatter to the Winds. And brand new counterspell from Battle for Zendikar. Here comes Soulfire Grandmaster. One thing Bloodsoaked Champion can't do is block, so 2 damage is going to come through.
But why would it want to?
It's very true. plays one way.
All those recursive threats are a lot more powerful at blocking than attacking, so they all get the can't block clause.
Hefner will pass the turn back over to Handy.
Or they look like something like reassembled skeletons, you know, they come back into play tapped or so forth. Nether Spirit, much better at blocking than attacking.
It's true. Another Bloodstained Mire. Let's sacrifice that. Go down to 14. We'll see what land is on the way. And perhaps Butcher of the Horde will come to play. There's a basic swamp. The combination of cards out there right now with Bloodsoaked Champion, pretty good. Here's a pretty safe attack, it appears. Looks like 4 damage going to be dealt. Hefner doing a nice job of representing Ochitai's command right now. Tough to save. Handy buys that being an option, but Bone Splinters is going to take care of Jace. And now it might be time for a little rebuy of the champ. Look at the champion going to work.
I know. Offense, not quite defense exactly.
No defense, no. Ready to be sacrificed at a moment's notice and then get back out there. Gotta appreciate that. Here's Ochitai's command. Gonna get back Jace. Maybe. We got a response here. It's gonna be draw and return Jace. And he's gonna sacrifice a fetch land, so I'm curious to see what's coming next. That's gonna resolve.
Looks
Just
like
wants to get a land out.
Just a fetch.
Yep. So 4 cards in the graveyard here for Jace. Does have the ability to flip here in just a moment. But one thing to note, Handy's had the opportunity multiple times to play Butcher of the Horde, and she has chosen not to.
Out of respect for Ochitai's command.
Yeah.
The issue is that Hefner here is going to be able to take command of this game in a different path now with Soulfire Grandmaster and Fiery Impulse. That's just going to be repeat, kill everything that Handy plays until she gets that off the table or finds a large enough creature, both of which are going to be challenging.
She'll take 2. It's 11 to 15 now. We'll make that 9, pardon me. And Jace is going to be ticked up. I'll slow the husk down. Looks like Liliana may have been the draw. Liliana does make things a little bit interesting.
The problem is I don't know what the sequencing is going to be that allows her to play around Ochitai's command. I don't really think there is one. She's just got to test him out.
Might just be a kind of hope for the best approach.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Ochitai's command. Hefner's going to counter target creature spell, and then we'll see what other mode he wants to choose. Looks like he might be considering getting back Soulfire Grandmaster. I'm just going to draw a card instead. So Liliana has been countered.
I think that Hefner is really putting a priority on getting to land number 5, because then he can pair Fiery Impulse with Soulfire Grandmaster, really start going to work.
Bloodsoaked Champion ready to attack. The question is what? Either Hefner or Jace. Husk is going to come into the red zone too. Sacrifice there. Now rebuy and do it again. Now pass the turn back. Butcher the Horde and a land left for Emma Handy. Jessy going to go with a Fiery Impulse. I'll take care of Nantuko Husk. Now here comes the Soulfire Grandmaster. 9 to 17 are now the life totals. Jace will take up. Pluto Delta's the land. Time to untap. Looks like another Nantuko Husk was the draw. Looks like it might be time to finally play that Butcher. Not just yet. Husk is in. And now Butcher. Yeah, Jesse might have a response. He's going to go with Disdainful Stroke, actually, so he's got the answer. And now he'll sacrifice Pluto Delta. Much more controlling build, as you mentioned.
Yep. And Handy with very good sequencing there. I mean, tried to bait out another copy of Ojutai's command or, you know, maybe something like horribly awry, but Hefner just with too many answers, too much card advantage this game.
Prairie Stream, the weapon of choice here for Jesse. I think we're going to see a dig through time in just a moment here as well. So we will be taking a look at the top 7. He'll be taking 2 with him once it's all said and done here, as Hefner really pulling ahead with this active Jace. So far, Grandmaster's done some pretty nice work here too. Handy curious about what's left in the graveyard. Yes, he's found 2 cards very quickly that he's happy with his dig through time. So now we're going to head back his way. Anticipate in hand. Almost a card I forget's in the format, honestly.
There's one in here.
Yeah, never see that card cast.
Fill out the curve, and there's also spots where it's just nice to have the option when you have Jace in your deck of flashing back something in spots where you don't really want a removal spell.
There's a Stasis Snare. Handy will sacrifice the Husk in response. Jace will move up, pass that turn back. All Handy can do is pass back. It's time for an Anticipate. So after I'll take a look at the top 3 cards. Add 1 to the grip. And keep moseying right along. Valorous stance to hand. I believe Ojutai's command was the draw. He'll come across here for 2 more. Handy will fall down to 5. Hefner going to gain a little bit more life. Go up to 19. Jace will take up to 5. Handy will draw. Nothing doing. She will concede the game. So Jesse Hefner is going to win game number 1 here over Emma Handy. Jeskai mid-range. Up a game over Mardu Aristocrats. And we turn our attention to the sideboard. And we'll find here for Handy 3 copies of Duress, 2 Act of Treason, 2 Rending Volley, 2 Outpost Siege, a Sorin Solemn Visitor. We've also got a Lantern Scout, a Murderous Cut, and Alicia, who smiles at death. Haven't seen that one for a while. An Utter End and a Minister of Pain.
So I can get behind the 3 copies of Duress, the 2 copies of Rending Volley. I like Outpost Siege in this matchup, and the copy of Murderous Cut.
Some pretty decent options.
Yep.
But it is a slower build. There are no Crackling Dooms over here, so I do wonder how that will influence the sideboarding.
Yeah, and Alicia actually might be a solid card for this matchup, too.
Yeah.
Fair amount of removal in Jesse's deck, and plenty of stuff to bring back.
It's a must-kill threat.
Yes.
For sure.
Not great against all the shocks hanging on Hefner's list, but maybe good for this kind of attrition battle.
What do we see on the other side of things?
3 copies of Arashan Cleric, 2 Roast, 2 Negate, 2 Radiant Flames, a Surge of Righteousness, a Slumgar the Drifting Death, a Fiery Impulse, and End Hostilities, Sarkin the Dragon Speaker, and a Mastery the Unseen. I like Mastery and Hostilities, Fiery Impulse, Slumgar the Drifting Death, Surge of Righteousness, Radiant Flames, and Arashan Cleric. It's a weird spot because Emma's deck can get some draws where she curves out really smoothly and is just kind of playing an aggressive deck with a little bit of reach. And then she can also get some draws that promote a pretty, grindy, wear them down attrition style game. And it's a challenge to sideboard against both decks appropriately. But I still think he wants to bring in an Arashan Cleric against a deck with Bloodstone Champion is probably safe enough.
Well, those are the options there for both players. Emma Handy will be on the play here for game number 2. In the meantime, we're talking Fall Creature Collection here with Star City Games. We got playmat, sleeves, and bundles of some game night favorites.
Yeah, all available here. We got the Fall Creature Collection, the Hippo, the Otter, the Reindeer, and Penguillion Click.
There it is.
All available. Playmat sleeves, player bundles over at starcitygames.com/Creature Collection or over at our dealer booth at any of our opens or Grand Prix that we're at.
Penguillion Click. Bang. So easy to say.
I just need to take a deep breath, focus, and And then it rolls off the tongue.
Absolutely. Wait till next year. There are going to be some real tough ones. Trust me. I've already got a little insider information. There are going to be some real tough ones for you.
Okay.
Just so that you're aware. Jessy Hefner, a player that we see more on the Open Series now from Delphi, Indiana. Actually very close to where I went to school in West Lafayette. 23 years old. Won Invitational Top 8. We saw that last year during Season 1. An Open Series Top 8 to his name as well, though working on number 2 here, if he can get by this match. Former high school wrestler and runner. Wears a hat all day, every day. I've actually never seen him without a hat.
Yep.
So that's probably true. And then obsessed with Trailer Park Boys. Not sure if you've ever seen that show before.
I have no idea what it is.
It's
but
really funny.
I can take some educated guesses.
It's really funny, actually.
It's probably, I'm assuming, explained in the title.
Yes. Yes, that is true. There's a character named Bubbles who I think you would greatly enjoy.
Okay.
That's all I can say. I'm sure there are a lot of... Sorry, someone sent me a picture of Bubbles on Twitter, so it's relatively humorous.
Okay.
It's got really funny glasses, so
All right.
if you're into ridiculous looking people,
I got it.
yeah.
I have not watched an episode, but I feel like I've seen them all already.
I know it's probably no Archer. I know you're a big fan of that show.
I'm a big fan of Archer.
But few things are. But sometimes you just got to throw a show on Netflix and laugh. And
I laugh at Archer all the time.
I'm just saying, there are many options out there. Trailer Park Boys is certainly one of them. Quality show.
Most of the funny shows I watch, I laugh at. That's why I watch them.
Well, but I understand that you have very specific taste.
Archer is a very popular show.
I agree. Now, do you like Archer or Bob's Burgers more? Since they're done by the same voice guy?
I prefer Archer, but I also enjoy Bob's Burgers.
All right, I'm more of a Bob's Burgers guy. I've seen like 2 episodes of Archer. I think it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. But I also feel like I probably need to see more of it. Because people who like Archer really like Archer.
Yeah. It's a very quotable show. The one criticism is it's kind of the same joke over and over again, but if you like the joke, you'll find the show to be very entertaining.
I like the
joke.
I'm okay with shows that do that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I feel like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a show like that.
Yeah, it's got some of the similar characteristics.
If you like the joke and the ridiculousness of the characters, then you'll enjoy the show the entire time.
I never really got into that show.
Well, you're anti-Philadelphia.
That's true.
Yeah.
That doesn't help. Oh, a bunch of sociopaths from Philadelphia who can barely manage their own lives. It's not like I just don't know a million people like that. So I don't need to watch the show to feel like I'm getting that experience.
Well, it's based on a true story. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
By the way, the Open Series is not coming to Philadelphia for the rest of the year.
That's not true. We got a show there in like 3 weeks.
Oh. Well, maybe we can see the remains of that robot that they slayed.
That's Hitchbot.
Hitchbot? Yeah, good old Hitchbot.
Yeah.
Mystic Monastery is where Hefner will start. Philadelphia fans, we're just kidding. We love you. We're all big fans of you and Chip Kelly and your terrible football team. Another blood-soaked champion. We head back Hefner's way. Plutic Delta here. And now here is a Soulfire Grandmaster. We'll see what turn 3 brings here for Emma. Yeah, start with the attacks. Pretty straightforward stuff there. It looks like there might be a block. Yeah.
It's a sort of surprising block here.
I'm a little surprised by that.
This just trades with 2 mana.
Yeah. Hanging back Walker, land, pass a turn back.
Soulfire Grandmaster has a lot of value just as a source of life gain.
Yeah, just attacking back.
Yeah.
A little surprised by that block.
Especially with Mana Strider on the way, since you already have the 2 of your Bloodsoaked champions covered by the 3/3, assuming nothing happens to your Mana Strider.
Mana Strider going to come across in the red zone, of course, because that's what Mana Strider does. And we head back Emma Handy's way. See if there's maybe a Bone Splinters here or not. Got to get that creature off the battlefield.
As soon as possible, shutting down her entire offense and pressuring her.
Alicia, who smiles at death. Been a minute since we've seen this one. It's a 3-2 first striker with some good keywords on it. And if you're unfamiliar, we'll give you a glimpse at home here in just a moment. Looks like both players making sure the board state is in order here. Hefner wants to know what it does. It's in a different language.
I'm not 100% confident either player knows what the text is, but we're going to the tape regardless.
So first strike, when Alicia attacks, you may pay white, black, some combination of that mana. If you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking, like that Blood-Soaked Champion, for example, will be eligible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some combos out there with this card.
I mean, are we talking like my definition of combos?
No, not combo nation.
Because
like
that's any 2-power creature.
Yeah,
Grizzly Bears is a combo.
Yep, I understand. We're not in combination.
Okay,
We're real combos.
I have to think about this. What are some really powerful 2-power creatures? What about Karmic Guide? Is that good?
That'll play.
That's probably a thing.
That'll play. Yeah, that's probably a combo.
All right, that's like a combo that you're asking for.
Bang.
Not just a anything goes combo.
Yeah, again, not combo nation. We really got to get those shirts. No, seriously.
It was just any 2 cards that you like on them as the image.
A fetch land and the land that the fetch land can search for.
Right.
Combo nation.
That's great.
Yep.
Lava Spike and an image of a hypothetical opponent.
A combo nation. Never going to run out of ideas. Here's a hangerback walker. The problem here are the 2 Mantis Riders in the sky and Emma's lack of an answer at this point.
This is Emma's path back into this game is find a way to sacrifice the hangerback walker while killing a Mantis Rider. If Bone Splinters gets worked into the equation here, that's a really good spot, but it's got to happen now because she's dead next turn.
Yeah. Mantis Riders do not take long to close. We oftentimes say if you get hit by one twice, your chances of winning are relatively low, and that's what it feels like is happening here.
Not necessarily the case with Hefner's deck. He doesn't have that much burn.
True.
Emma could stabilize from here, but she's got to find some removal spells right now, or a sack outlet or something.
Battlefield Forge, here's Nantuko Husk. That's that sack outlet you're looking for. Oceanide's Command, however, is going to counter that, and that is going to do it. Jessy Hefner is going to win this match here over Emma Handy, 2-0. Jeskai midrange is going to take care of Mardu Aristocrats. We did not see Aristocrats really do its aristocrat-y thing, unfortunately. It can do some pretty sweet stuff with Sultai Emissary and Zilliport Cut